Morning, church. We are on our last set of verses in the book of Joel. And again, go ahead and flip there. We're still in Joel chapter 2. And today we're going to be covering verses 13 through 14 and also looking at verse 18. So go ahead and follow along with me as I read. Beginning in verse 13 with return. So return to the Lord your God, for he is gracious and merciful, slow to anger and abounding in steadfast love, and he relents over disaster. Who knows whether he will not turn and relent and leave a blessing behind him, a grain offering and a drink offering for the Lord your God? And then last week we talked about how the whole nation had just turned to God, and they went into a fast, and all of the generations and the priests were now calling out to the Lord, asking for him to move. And then you get to verse 18 where he says, "Then the Lord became jealous for his land and had pity on his people." And so in the sermon, we talked a little bit more about the difference between grace and mercy, but it is important for us to know that we will be met with grace when we turn to God. It's important for us to know that he is going to show us love and embrace us, and he wants us to turn to him. But in the moments when we're ashamed of our wrong and our own rebellion, or in the moments when others are too, it's very difficult for us to remember that he is a God who's not going to slap us across the face, but a God who is going to welcome us and embrace us in the fact that we turn to him and are desiring to depend upon him. So the question is, how can we remind others and also ourselves in the midst of shame that God is still going to accept with grace and welcome you with grace?